Our exploration of the notion of probability has delivered good news and bad news. The good news is that we have identified a simple and powerful way of elucidating the connection between objective and subjective probabilities. Here's what it is. The objective probability of P at time t is the subjective probability that a perfectly rational agent would assign to P if she had perfect information about events before t, but no information about events after t. It's also possible to specify a number of interesting formal constraints on the credences of a rational agent. In particular, the credences must form a probability function, they must satisfy Bayes' law, and they must be updated by conditionalization. And thanks to the connection between objective and subjective probabilities, we can transform these constraints on subjective credences into constraints on the objective probabilities. That's the good news. The bad news is that we failed to identify a satisfying formulation of the principle of indifference. That means that it's unclear whether we have succeeded in fully characterizing the notion of rational credence, and that characterizing the notion of objective probability is much harder than one might have thought. And unfortunately, there is more bad news to come. Before bringing this lecture to an end, I'd like to tell you about a tricky new axiom, the principle of countable additivity. We'll see that it's hard to live with countable additivity and that it's hard to live without it. Also, in an optional section below, I'll tell you about a paradox that brings out some really puzzling features of probabilistic decision theory, the two-envelope